Welcome to another episode of How To with Tay, DIY tutorials for your home. On this episode, we'll be refinishing the countertop using $75 worth of material to give it the makeover it needs. You'll need approximately 2 kits worth of glaze coat. This can be found at Home Depot. You need anything with a straight edge that can smooth the glaze coat after it's applied. So I have a paint shield, but you can use just about anything as long as the edge is really straight. Next, you'll need the paint color of your choice, a quart of it. You know, I have a love that runs deep for chalk paint, so we're using a gray. You need painter's tape, a few drop cloths because we'll need to cover your cabinets. You need paint rollers and the roller stick. You will also need a paint stir or a mixing stick for your glaze coat kit. You'll need a mixing container, doesn't matter the size, and you'll need some type of measuring cup. It can be the actual measuring cup that goes up to 4 cups, or it can be a smaller measuring cup that goes a third, a fourth. Whatever it is, you'll need to be consistent in your measurements for the glaze coat application. So the first thing we're going to do should be really obvious. We're going to remove everything that's on the counter. It doesn't matter if you have dishes in the sink, those can stay. But if it's on the counter, move it. So our counters are now clean. Don't mind this. This is just sticker residue from contact paper. I had up here foam marble contact paper. But I didn't like the white on white, so that's why we're going gray. So when your counters are clean, get your painter's tape and your drop cloth, and we're just gonna tape the drop cloth to the bottom of this counter edge and go all the way around. So that glaze coat will not get on your cabinets because that's what you don't want to get on there. It's gonna mess them up for good. So now that we have our drop cloth, we have our cabinets protected, we can start to paint the countertop. Now you'll notice that I didn't say you need a paint tray. That's because we'll pour the paint directly on the countertop and then use our paint roller to spray. Just finished painting the first coat of our counter, and we'll take the drop cloth off because we actually don't need it right now. We'll need it when we're about to apply the glaze coat. So what you want to do, if your counter has the tile guard, you know that's the piece that pops up at the edge. So if it has that piece, you don't want to paint all the way up to the top of the edge where it meets the wall or the tile. You'll paint close up to it, as you can see right here, the top part, the white area. And we'll take the painter's tape and we'll tape along the wall where the top of the backsplash, not the top of the backsplash, the top of the counter guard meets the tile. So then we could finish painting the top of it. Now that we have our edges taped off, we can go ahead and use the roller to paint the top part, giving it the crisp finish and getting rid of all that white. So this is what the counter looks like after we've completed the first coat. We've got a couple areas back there to touch up, but as you know, chalk paint is a matte paint, but we'll go over with our glaze coat, which will give it this really glossy finish. We're gonna get our roller, touch up a couple areas in the back, and let that dry before we apply our glaze coat. But we'll mix it while the back portion is drying. So right now we're gonna mix our glaze coat, a small sample of it, following these instructions. And what glaze coat is an epoxy resin. So that means it's a 2-part process. You'll have to mix the glossy part, and then you'll have to mix the hardener. These two together are what forms the coating that'll be like this really durable thing for your counter. So the instructions say to mix it 1 part to 1 part. So what that means is 1 equal measurement to 1 equal measurement. So if I use a cup of the gloss, I need to use a cup of the hardener to mix together. So 2 equal parts mixed together. I'm gonna pour those into a container, and you're supposed to mix it for 6 minutes, let it sit, then mix it again for another 6 minutes. And after you mix it, you only have 20 minutes to use it. So you can't just mix it, walk away, go run errands. This is something that you need to do right now, or your container is gonna be shot because it's gonna be full of hardened epoxy. You don't want that. So we're gonna mix it, stir it, get our arm muscles going. 12 minutes, 6 and 6, and then we'll pour it and spread it. So while you're mixing it, you're gonna see all of these air bubbles. That's why you have to keep mixing it for 6 minutes. And even in those 6 minutes, you still may see air bubbles at the end. So now that our mixture is completely mixed, we're gonna pour it on the counter and then use our, this is a paint shield, but we're gonna use it to smooth it on the counter. All of it out. There's no saving this for later because it will harden after 15 or 20 minutes. So you want to use all of it now. Now we're going to smooth it across the counter. So this is what we're working with after 1 coat. That's using half a cup each. So 1 cup of mixture gets us almost the whole leg of the peninsula. So as you can see, it's a very high gloss finish. You can see the reflection of my curtains in it, but it has to cure. So you gotta stay out the kitchen, don't touch it, don't put anything on it. It starts to cure after 20 minutes. And a full cure is over 3 days. So yes, your countertop will be out of commission for 3 days if you want the best result. And I suggest 1 coat. 1 coat will really do it if you put a good 1 coat on. But feel free to do as many coats as you want. I think 1 coat did a pretty good job. So continue to mix and pour and spread on the counter. And stay tuned for the after.